Okay, let's see how this works. I'm not trying to move the seat because if I move the seat, then it won't look right. But what's up, y'all? This your girl, Shadrika. Share short stories, whatever you want to, whatever you decide. You know, share short stories. Shadrika, also the owner of Heavenly Sense, working on that LLC right now. But yeah, I'm like, I've been I've been wanting to come and do YouTube for a long time. I've done a couple of videos here and there, but I always end up stopping. But I like to talk, so I was like, okay, I like to talk, so go ahead and do something with that. And plus, I'm bored as hell. I've been in the house almost 2 weeks. It feel like it's going on the third week. It is going on the third week, but I thought that we were already in the middle of the third week already. Saturday, no, Tuesday felt like Saturday, and Saturday felt like I don't even know what the hell. But I can't even keep up with the days. It's been so boring, so damn boring and monotonous. Just being home. But yeah, I just I guess the video that the topic that I want to talk about today is getting in a relationship before you know that you're ready for one. Because I could repeatedly got into relationships and knew that I wasn't ready for one. Like for instance, I was I done been with some. In the end, I was calling them assholes, as I'm sure most women do. But my most recent encounter, relationship, most recent one, I mean, it was all right. It was all right to start with because he was giving me more than what I thought or what I knew or what I ever had. So I'm like, okay, he a good dude or whatever because, you know, he wanted to move me in real quick. He moved me in. I actually allowed him to because I was young, not young, but you know, inexperienced. And I was just like, okay. So, you know, I was like, all right, I'll move in because at the time, you know, lust take over. And he was just so upfront because he was like, I'm moving really soon. And it was so many red flags though. To really think about it, was a lot of red flags because the first red flag was him living with his baby mom. He kept telling me, you know, I'm gonna be moving really soon. Me and her don't have no kind of dealings. The only thing is that I have to wait for this lease to be up. Once this lease is up, then I'm gonna move and you can move in with me. Huh. That was red flag number two. All right, and red flag number two, because you already got this one woman living here. You don't know what their relationship was. You don't know what he did to her. All you know is what he's telling you. So, you know, and like I said, I was very gullible and very like a baby at the brain when it came to relationships. So I was like, okay, nice, good, because I wanted to get out of my house anyway because I was like approaching what, 29, 30, and I was still living at home with my mom. My mom didn't have a problem with that, but I did because I was like, I need to experience life some type of way. I can't keep doing what you say. I love my mom, love her to death, but I need to have my own space. So I was like, okay, you know, even if it is with a guy, at least, you know, I was looking at it like, at least he's taking it seriously. He really likes me. You know, he's really proven to me that he's trustworthy or whatever because he was upfront with me about everything within like the second to third month. He had already given me all the keys to like the mailbox, the house. He gave me the password to the Wi-Fi. He gave me the password to his phone. He wasn't trying to hide anything. He would lay his phone on the table face up. You know, he wasn't hiding nothing. So I'm just thinking, like, what is there to really, what is there that he's doing that is showing me that I shouldn't go through with this? So we got together in August. I moved in real quick. Y'all. I moved in, we got together August 22nd, and I moved in November 12th, I want to say, of 2014. Yeah, I moved in real quick. And I know my mom, she was just looking out for me, telling me, you really need to take your time. But I wasn't trying to listen to what she was saying. I just wanted to get out. And so I moved in and I kept on, and even though I moved in and I kind of had a good feeling, but I kind of didn't, because I was like, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. So fast forward to maybe year two, I want to say year one, year two. He started doing, like, it was one thing that I hated, and he always did it. And I told him the first time, maybe the second or third time that he did it, and I told him, I said, I really don't like you. I don't like when you do that, because you remind me of my stepfather. He used to do that to me. And the thing that he used to do all the time is just basically shut me out. Not speak to me. He wouldn't ever let me know why he wouldn't speak to me, but he would just stop talking. And so, first it happened for a couple of days, and then I would keep on pressing up on him until he finally gave in and spoke to me. Then it started going for longer. Then it started going on for like a week here, 2 weeks there, 3 weeks there. And then I was like, damn, do I really deserve this? That's what I started thinking to myself. What did I do so bad? And even though, he would have those times that he wouldn't speak, he would never tell me why. Like, I still don't know why half of the time he stopped speaking to me. As we progressed, I started to learn why. But in the beginning, I really didn't know. So, we got to a point where we had been together, I think, about 3 to 4 years. And mind you, the only thing that I'm really taking care of is like things around the house, utility bills, whatever. And just bringing in food and whatever he asked me for, I provided. Because I was like, okay, you paying the rent, so let me do what I can do to help you out. And at the time, it wasn't something that he was used to. So he was just like so happy, just like, ecstatic about it. And he was like, telling me all these sweet things, like all the relationships that he was in before didn't really count because they were not like the one that we had, right? All right, so I'm like, and I'm a very emotional person. So if I can't talk to you and the river of communication is not open, like if it's not open, it bothers me. And it bothers me. Why am I holding this remote? But it bothers me to the point of it almost makes me not be able to function in my everyday life. So I'm like, finally I would come to him and I would go off on him, and the one thing that he did not like is for me to call him out of his name. So I was like, okay, he don't want me to call him out of his name, but he's not talking. So that's what I'm going to use. So, and that's when you know that it's bad. Because if you tell someone to stop doing something and it really bothers you, it hurts you, and they still do it, run. But, yeah. I mean, he wasn't bad in the sense of being a liar and a cheater and anything like that. He was just really like, he was very, very manipulative, if I could say that. Yeah, he was real manipulative because he would just do things to basically be like he, in a sense, owned me. And the reason why I feel like that is because every time I go somewhere, he wants me to call him to let him know where I'm at, when I'm coming home, whatever, so and so and so. But he would never call me. Never called me. If he planned on not coming home, never called me. And told me nothing unless, we were on really good terms and he got something the night before. That'll be the only time that he called me. But other than that, he would not call me. So I was like, okay, why should I call you if you're not checking up on me? And I found myself, constantly texting him. And he would text back, but it wasn't like an in-depth text. It was like something to just pass the time or just to answer me back. So as time went on, the texts that he was sending me, or the text that I was sending him, they kind of stopped. Like I would text him, but he wouldn't text me back. Or he would call me for something, and then that stopped, and then I found myself calling him way more than he called me, and texting him way more than he texted me. And I was just like, I knew that it was a problem. Well, I didn't know it was a problem. I knew that we weren't as, uh, what am I saying? I knew that things weren't going as smooth as they were when we first started dating. But I just felt like, okay, it's just a bump. We'll get over it. Because I dealt with a lot. Like, I feel like I dealt with a lot. I mean, he wasn't as bad as most, but he just wasn't for me. And so the place that we lived at before, like I said, he was paying the bill, like the rent, and I was paying everything else. So fast forward to us having to move out of the place that we were at. And the reason why we ended up moving out of that place is because we had a robbery. Okay. We had a robbery. They got away with a couple of things. They got away with 2 of my laptops and a speaker and some of his things. So he said, okay, when we move, I'm going to buy you another laptop. Okay? Remember this. When we move, I'm going to buy you another laptop. All right? We stayed there for maybe almost maybe 5 months. We stayed there for an extra 5 months until the lease was up. Once the lease was up, that's when we started, or a little bit before the lease was up, we started looking for other places. So we ended up finding our current place, which I'm in right now. And I'm waiting to see if he's going to buy this laptop. Just waiting. He never bought the laptop. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and buy it myself. And I mean, I didn't have a problem buying the laptop because at the time I had the money for it. But I was just like, you said you were going to do this, but you never went through with it. And then the other thing was that I'm a person that likes to celebrate holidays and my birthday and things like that, and especially Valentine's Day. And I can't tell you how many times and how many Valentine's Days that I've actually been with someone and never gotten anything. And if I do get something, it was something really cheap. And I know it's because I'm not a demanding person. I'm not really a dominating, demanding person. So I understand that's the reason why that happened. And you got to drop clues to men to let them know that you want something on Valentine's Day. The first year, I didn't get anything. I was like, okay, I didn't drop a clue, but I was still pissed. Second year, I didn't get anything. I was still pissed, and I dropped clues. Third year, didn't get anything. Dropped clues that year too. And he kept saying, I'm gonna get you something, I'm gonna get you something, I'm gonna get you something, I'm gonna get you something. I keep forgetting because every time I come from work, I'm so tired, I just want to come home and sleep. Fourth year, same thing. Same thing. And then fifth year, same thing. We weren't even talking. We weren't even talking around that time. And so I was just like, and even my birthdays, we didn't do anything. The first 2 years we did something, but it wasn't anything that really, spent any money. And then towards the end of our relationship, that's when he kicked out a little bit of something because he spent money on to get the only thing that he took care of was my car. Other than that, he didn't take care of nothing else. The only thing he took care of was my car. If I had any other problems, I had to look to myself to fix those problems because he wasn't doing it. And I'm just like, he's not a bad guy, but he's very narcissistic. And I'm just like, and the reason why I say he's narcissistic because he's more, or should I say, not narcissistic, but he's very pessimistic. Yeah, he's a pessimist because everything he sees is a negative. And I'm like, I didn't know this at first. He came across as a very nice, sweet, gentle, honest man. Like somebody that you would love to bring home and somebody that you would love to marry and have children with. And then over time, it's like he morphed into something else. I don't understand why or when the transformation started happening, but yeah, he started morphing into someone else. And I don't even know what to say about it. But it's just ridiculous. It feels like every time I get with someone, I always end up getting played. And I know that I need to take the time to learn me first before I decide to get into a relationship with anybody. That's the reason why I want to get out this story, because I'm like, it's so many girls that get with men and they don't really get to know the man first. We so quick to say, oh, he cute, he fine, oh, he got money, he got that bag, whatever. Okay? He can have the bag, he can be cute, whatever. But is he right for you? And is he gonna do for you? Just because he got money don't mean he gonna spend it on you. And don't mean that you get to keep whatever he giving you. And just because he fine, don't mean that you the only one that he gonna be screwing. He probably gonna be screwing everybody else too. You gotta watch out for that, because if a man fine, I mean, looks fade. If he got money, yeah, that's a plus, because that can help you have money. But I mean, even if you do get with a man that has money, I mean, you can make it work for yourself, because you can have his connects become your connects. You can come off it like that. You don't have to say, well, I mean, like, that's the case. But yeah, I'm like, whatever. Because for right now, I think that I am like kaput. I don't even want to see, like, maybe talk to a man, but as far as dating, not in this current time. Not happening. Yeah. But if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Deuces.